Hey, welcome back to Everything Money. We're here with the Employed Trader Series, Episode 6. What is the premises if you're just catching on? I'm an employed person, 2 businesses outside of YouTube, my wedding photography business, my DGF spray business, a graphite spray. I'm busy just like you. I'm a parent. I coach baseball. I got a lot of things to do. However, I'm drawn to Mo and his handsomeness and his trades. And so I'm drawn to trading. Paul's not so much drawn to trading, which is fine. So Mo and I are here today to expand on this Employed Trader Series. You don't have time. You need some guidance. Join our Patreon, and Mo will tell you what trades can happen. But first, and especially if you're married, I'm finding this trend, Mo, is there are some fears when it comes to trading, day trading. We've all heard how terrible day traders are. They're scheme artists, they're used car salesmen. You're going to lose a lot of money. And I want you to explain what you're showing our viewers and our patrons on a daily basis to overcome some of the fears. I'll bring up plenty, Mo, but give our new viewers your take on how you overcame this idea that this is overly risky and you're going to lose all your money in a single trade, because you have lost tens of thousands of dollars on a single trade. So intro with that, Mo, is what is the general sense of what you're teaching our patrons?
So if you do not have a process or a system, you are going to get burned. It's going to happen. I have friends that have done it. I still see them doing it, even with me teaching them. The unique thing about the system that I've kind of come up with is there are rules and you stick to them based on your stochastics, which you'll learn what that is, candlesticks, engulfing candlesticks, this and that. You're not just focusing on, actually, you're not even looking at price. You're not really looking at tickers. You're learning about patterns, and you're identifying these patterns over and over and over. And they're just going to get ingrained into your mind, and you're going to start seeing them. And you're going to be like, oh, this is that pattern. I can enter this. I have to exit this. I can be patient and stay with this. So it's really that over and over repetition that's going to give you the confidence and kind of eliminate some of those fears. Yeah.
So what I've seen, Mo, unfortunately, I talk to people about trading, and they say, well, my mom, dad, spouse did this for a while, and they just sat and watched the news and then made trades.
Right.
How is that dangerous?
So that's not trading. That's taking some pundit's opinion that's maybe being paid to say something because they have to generate ad revenue from commercials and telling you what you want to hear. That's not trading. Looking at a chart and seeing a candlestick go up and down, that's also not trading. It's a little bit more, but it's not. There's things that you have to put together. You have to start following trends. You have to start looking at patterns, or you're going to lose a ton of money. You have to start using stops when you're day trading. For example, I didn't use stops one time, 2015. I lost $27,000 in a matter of 8 minutes. And it's just because I wasn't following my rules. I was trying to get a little bit cocky, and that's what happens. And that's what is going to happen to a lot of you out there, or maybe those of you that have been following other YouTubers, and they're showing you, they're pulling up their Apple chart on the Apple stocks thing and showing you what this is. That's useless. You need to have a chart set up that is conducive for you to be successful. And there's so many of them that aren't.
So again, folks, the goal with trading, at least what Mo was telling me, is I just want a few percentage points higher than the market. Getting my returns from 10% to 12 can drastically change the outcome of my life. Millions of dollars. So what I've been straying away from is thinking about that I need the millions I'm going to get from investing in Bitcoin and Tesla and Dogecoin, and just give me 2 or 3% would make my kids' future much more prosperous. And so, for example, overcoming fears is I definitely talk to a lot of, my job is to bring your sort of normal person questions. And Mo, I talk to a lot of normal people that this just sounds frightening, that I can lose all my money. I'll make single trades. You don't really get us in super volatile trades. Is that true?
No, you're not going to get, the only way that you're going to get crazy, this is Smith & Wesson, for example. This is this morning, over the last 2 days, this thing has shot up. That to me is considered lucky. I don't know if they had earnings, maybe some kind of news report. It doesn't really matter. This is where you're going to get big bumps and where you're going to be thanking me and I really have nothing to do with it. I'm not going for stocks that look like this. I'm going for the gradual approach to make profits. You're not going to make 10-fold with me or 20-fold, and you can buy Bitcoin, but I expect you to make a couple % a day because it swings so much.
Yeah.
That's going to be where you're going to be able to capitalize on those NEOs and Tesla trades and all of these hype things that are going on. Absolutely trade them. Just know how to trade them and know when to exit them for either a gain or a loss.
Can you pull up what we did with PayPal last week
Sure.
and why it was advantageous for myself, my child, my son Gio, who's been on the show multiple times, 11-year-old. He's picking this up. We'd love to have him on the show to show you that a young person can grasp this. But Mo, talk about what we did with PayPal last week.
So PayPal was a great trade for Seth. He's the one that brought it to me. So you're coming through the sweet spot. That means that your red line is on top of your yellow. And if you're in the Bid and Ask Nation or you watch any of these other series, you can go back and understand what these red and yellow lines mean. Now, Seth started adding here with this nice engulfing candlestick. It was coming through the sweet spot very nicely, and it just continued to go up in price. This day right here, it had that engulfing candlestick. We were running into some kind of resistance. It was trying to create new all-time highs. And when something is trying to create new all-time highs, it needs a lot of volume, a lot of energy to push it through that next level. And you can kind of see that PayPal is just kind of hovering at this area. So with this little from here to here, Seth made 2.5% in 7 days or whatever it was.
Yeah, I bought about $2,700 worth, 10 shares, and made $155 out of it. I mean, not bad for a couple clicks. And
not bad. And also, he didn't exit the stock right here. All he did was take his profits. So I'm going to use, for example, if he went in with $1,000 and say the stock price went up 10%, he would have $1,100. So he would sell $100, leave his initial investment of $1,000, and then if you get an engulfing candle that goes like this, go ahead and say add your $100 back to it, add whatever you want to it. But this taking profits is a way for you to put some money in your pocket, and that's how we mitigate risk.
Yeah, so this is the downside risk I think a lot of people don't think about, or at least are heavily afraid of. You know, like I said, I have people saying I can't get in this, I can't lose all this. I'd rather only make 3 or 4% in a high interest bank note, or you know what I mean, high yield bank note,
locking your money up for a very long time.
Yeah, as opposed to trading. So moving forward, this is we're going to keep going with this employed trader series, learning the moves I'm making. You know, Mo, how much money, going back, how much money do you need to get started with potentially trading some of this?
Look, we have people in the Bid and Ask Nation that have joined with $100. We have people that are jumping in there with 6 figures. Anywhere in between, they're making money. It's all relative to what you want to make. Now, the common question I get is, when can I do this for a living? It honestly depends on what kind of lifestyle you want to live. If you have $250,000 to play with, you want to make $40,000, $50,000 a year, that's a lot, but it really depends. It depends on what kind of lifestyle you want to live.
You do this for a living, right?
Yeah, but I used to, but I was trading a lot of money. It was 7 figures. So it was easier for me to make money and live the lifestyle that I wanted to live.
You're saying like you're trading $1 million in what time frame? Like,
oh, I mean, at any certain time, I had over $1 million invested in 5 to 10 stocks.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
When did you back this off? What is your current position besides teaching all the people in the business?
Yeah, so right now I trade about $500,000, and the rest of my portfolio is really tailored towards value. Just because I'm busy with this now, it's not. It used to be a lot more fun to me to want to sit on the computer and day trade and make these, just sit there all day. Now I just don't really have the time to do it, so that's kind of the reason that I haven't. But I can teach it to you, and I can still do it. So if you guys want to watch me do it, join the Bid and Ask Nation.
And what will you provide for the patrons in the Bid and Ask Nation? And hold on a second. Before you say that, Mo, my apologies. If you're in a lower tier and this is speaking to you and you like to bump up, Mo, tell them about that.
So if you want to bump up into the Bid and Ask Nation, let's say you're paying $15 for the software. If you want to join the Bid and Ask Nation, you can jump up for 30 days, pay the $68 a month, try it for 30 days. If you do not like it, you can go back down and you will be able to pay your $15 a month again. You get one trial. It's not free, but you have to pay for that month, but we'll take you back down to that trial. But I caution you, if you do come up into the $68 level, you're going to be stuck there, so be prepared to pay $68.
And the Bid and Ask has been growing. I would say if you're joining, I preface with this, is you jump in the Discord, it might seem overwhelming. This takes time. There's patience. There's different channels. Follow along, read some, get in for 5-10 minutes a day. Mo, I've been doing this, I do take my baths in the morning when I watch your show, but I jump on Discord, I get in there, I start reading what people are saying, and
it doesn't need to be overwhelming. And we've done a great job of making it not overwhelming. This is broken down into so many different chats that none of them are overwhelming. And this is the Employed Trader. This is where I update you with a video every single day telling you what I'm doing with my 5 stocks, which I told you about in the last video. And we make this very easy. I understand that this can be extremely overwhelming, and some of you don't even know what a candlestick is. We have people in there that don't know what candlesticks are. It's people that are now pros. It's and I mean, we have 11-year-old kids doing it.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, that's our take. That's Employed Trader series, and follow along. I'm very open with my portfolio, what I'm making, and we'll keep this up. I'm in a couple other positions, and Mo's telling me to stay, so I'm staying true to the rules and the process, and we'll keep updating you. So thanks, Mo. That's our take.
See you guys.
Fondle a thumbs up on the way out. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.